My name is Caue. I'm from Brazil, you know, but I've been living in Austria for a while. And over there, like, life is different, right? I find, like, my biggest culture shock was, like, the newspaper, you know? It's like, nothing really happens, right? Every time I read the newspaper, the biggest headline is always some shit like, 62-year-old woman became oldest mother in 2 decades. But then I go back to Brazilian newspaper, and the first thing I see some bullshit like 17 bankers arrested for gangbanging a monkey. Like, I was reading the Brazilian newspaper the other day. There was a headline that said, "Homeless man arrested for domestic violence." Look, I'm no expert. I thought you needed a home to do that, you know? Fucking homeless man arrested for domestic violence. That's like saying 5-year-old arrested for pedophilia. Now, we got a bunch of homeless people in Brazil. And for some reason, every homeless person always got a dog. And the dog always looks less fucked up than the person, you know? Now you're looking and then thinking, I'm not sure if the dog belongs to the homeless guy or if the homeless guy belongs to the dog. And that's like something that I never understood about homeless people with dogs. You know, 'cause they always come up to me, they're like, "Man, can you give me a little change? I'm fucking starving." I was like, "Man, if you're that hungry, just eat the fucking..." That's why there's nobody starving in China. Fucking feeding 1 billion people. Nah, man, fucking it's difficult, man. Brazil, see, I don't like, people here, they don't know much about us, you know? Like, every time, the only thing people here over here know about us is fucking we're good at soccer and we got fat asses, you know? And that pisses me off, because, like, like, they know nothing about our culture, right? And I'm jealous of Americans, right? Because, like, no matter where you're from, you know American culture, right? Like, you watch their movies, their TV shows, follow their news, politics, you know? Like, whole world been covering Trump for the last 20 motherfucking years. And I'm for real jealous, because like 7 years ago, we had a crazy president, and nobody was talking about him, you know? Like, our last president, I swear to God, during a rally, he picked up a midget, kissed him on the forehead, because he thought he was a kid. Now, if Donald Trump had done this shit, that midget would be a celebrity. He'd be doing commercials for Little Caesars. Getting verified on social media. And then going on the Joe Rogan podcast and talking about why the reason he a midget is because his mama took a vaccine when she was pregnant. Like, I feel fucking underrepresented in pop culture, you know? Fucking underrepresented. That's why I have a lot of empathy for, like, every group of people who also feel underrepresented, you know? But I also feel like people be doing too much, especially like rich people, you know, companies and shit, always trying to act like they care about everybody, right? Like, I went to a Foot Locker the other day. These motherfuckers had a mannequin sitting on a wheelchair. And I was like, hey, it's cool, you know, like, fucking cool they getting represented, but at the same time, I also want to know how the pants look like, you know? Like, I thought the jeans was fire, but maybe the brother got juicy written on his ass. Fucking, shit crazy, brother. Nah, man, they put running shoes on the guy, you know? Like, I didn't like that shit, man. I didn't like that shit for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, they're not doing this shit because they care, right? They're doing this shit because they're going to make more money, right? Reason number 2, from like every single disability, I feel like people on wheelchairs have the least right to complain about lack of representation because they are the universal symbol for every single disability. Like, every parking spot on the planet for disabled people is always a drawing of a brother on a wheelchair, even though they are the least likely disabled people to drive. Like, I've never seen a sign of a deaf guy. Only thing these motherfuckers got is that monkey emoji. People get mad at me like, I shouldn't talk about this shit, make fun about this stuff. I disagree. I feel like you should be allowed to make fun of everybody, right? And for one reason. Like, no group of people is purely good, right? Like, not everybody on a wheelchair is going to heaven. Like, this is a fact. Like, if P. Diddy has slipped on some baby oil and broken his spine, it wouldn't like all be forgiven, right? Like, he'd still be harassing people just in a different bathroom.